What's going on, everyone? And Apple has released a brand new update for the Apple Watch. WatchOS 6.1.3 has been released, so I'm gonna quickly go through it. But there has also been released a new version of the Apple WatchOS 5, so in case you've been wondering, I'm gonna be talking about that later in the video. But right now, let's just focus on the WatchOS 6.1.3 because it really applies to most of the people. So WatchOS 6.1.3, you can see this is the page from the settings, but the size of the update was only about 50 megabytes, which just like all the time says that it's not going to be anything huge, and the software update isn't really bringing any kind of new revolutionary changes or anything like that. So of course you need to have 50% of the battery in order to install it. This is the usual stuff. But if you ask what is actually new or what's the point of this update, I would say that there are two things that you need to know about this one. So the first important thing is the storage. So before you can see running WatchOS 6.1.2, and you can quickly see that the capacity is almost 26 gigabytes, available 23 gigabytes. And if I swipe right here, you can see 6.1.3, capacity 26.9, and available 24.2. Man, this is some great stuff. And just like all the time, when there is a huge bump in the storage, a huge sudden increase, I always tell you that if there wouldn't be anything else besides the storage, it still makes sense to go ahead and install the update just to get about 1 gigabyte for nothing. So I kind of guess that it's always a good idea to install the update when it brings something like this. And also there was the second thing I was trying to mention. Oh, by the way, I'm sorry to interrupt a video like this, but I'm trying to tell you that if you are enjoying this video so far, you should hit the like button to let other people and me know that you like it. And also, if you don't want to miss future content like this, make sure you subscribe by clicking on the subscribe button right now, and let's just continue with the video. And the second thing is already part of the description of the software, and only applies to people living in one country, namely Iceland. So for the people living right here. And the thing that Apple removed or fixed with this update for the people living in Iceland was that the notification for a regular heart rhythm were not working the way people expected to, or were not working properly pretty much. And they didn't really mention what exactly is going on, but they just fixed it overall pretty much. But why, you may be asking yourself or wondering why only Iceland? Well, as you remember, this feature started to roll out to multiple countries, and it wasn't like a globally announced feature, and it's still not available in many countries. So if there was a problem in one sector, they only fix it in that area, in that country, and this time it was the Iceland, so they only focus on that. But as you know, the Apple WatchOS updates are released globally for everyone, so they have to put it in the description and have to make sure that you know that it only applies to people living in Iceland. So should you update? I mean, definitely, like I said, only because of the storage, depending on your model. I'm of course using the Apple Watch Series 5, so on I got a really nice increase of storage, whether it was available or the capacity. But if you have like Series 3 or 4, you should also see that. So yeah, if you think about the 6.1.3, I would definitely update. But what if you also have the WatchOS 5 notification on your Apple Watch or on your iPhone? So you can see in this Apple security content page or security update section on their website, you can see that also WatchOS 5.3.5 has been released, and both the latest 6.1.3 and 5.3.5 don't have any published entries, which means that they don't really list any kind of security things that have been patched with this update. So pretty much no security stuff going on right now, even though then can add it anytime they want. So perhaps it can happen that in the future they will put some information right in this section. But anyways, for who is actually the WatchOS 5.3.5. And here, as you can see, it is explained that it is for all of the series of the Apple Watch, like Series 1, 2, 3, all the way to the 4, but only when they are paired with an iPhone that runs iOS 12. So this is pretty much how it works. In case you didn't update to iOS 13 or your iPhone is stuck on iOS 12, in case you have like an older iPhone, then you won't be able to have the Apple WatchOS 6 running on your Apple Watch. The WatchOS 6 and iOS 13 sort of go together, so they also released the older version for the WatchOS, namely WatchOS 5.3.5. And if you're wondering what is up with the 5.3.5, pretty much the same thing with the regular heart rhythm notifications, but only for those running iOS 12 on their iPhones and having WatchOS 5 on the Apple Watch. So the same thing, but for the WatchOS 5 and WatchOS 6 simultaneously. So yeah, I guess that this is the end of this video. I want to say thank you so much for watching, and yeah, see you guys later in the next video. Peace out.